T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you are in the live chat, we do ask to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platform we're utilizing today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we go live. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Today is Friday, July 14th, 2023. Things are just getting weird all over the place. If you guys don't already know, you know how Ukraine was or has been trying to get approved into NATO, which I don't believe that they should be allowed in NATO, only because I think it will definitely escalate the situation with Russia. Not that it isn't already escalating, because the United States just can't seem to keep their nose out of everybody else's business. Constantly sending them money. And where are we getting this money from? Our economy is in the tank here. can't tax us any higher. They can't. It's just. I mean, I get it. It's a show. But when it hits me in my pocketbook, I would like to turn the TV off. I don't want to watch the show anymore. I don't want to participate in the madness anymore. But NATO has agreed to fast track the Ukraine. And again, I think this would escalate things. And I'm going to play you a video from Lisa. Actually, I have two videos, one from Dabu and one from Lisa. So last night after we got off our live, I was sent this, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. This is directly from the White House. It's dated yesterday, July 13th, ordering the selected reserve and certain members of the individual ready reserve of the armed forces to active duty. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including Section 121 and 12304 of Title 10, United States Code 1, I hereby determine that it is necessary to augment the active armed forces of the United States for the effective conduct of Operation Atlantic Resolve in and around the United States European Command areas of responsibility. In furtherance of this operation, under the state authority, I hereby authorize the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security with respect to the Coast Guard, when it is not operating as a service in the Navy, under their respective jurisdictions, to order to active duty any units and any individual members not assigned to a unit organized to serve as a unit of the selected reserve, or any member in the individual ready reserve mobilization category and designated as essential under regulations prescribed by the Secretary concerned, not to exceed 3,000 total members at any one time, of whom not more than 450 may be members of the individual ready reserve as they deem necessary, and to determine the service of those units and members ordered to active duty. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its department, agencies, or entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. Signed, Joseph R. Biden Jr., White House, July 13th, 2023. So he's activating members of the military that haven't been assigned to a unit yet, aren't already active duty. Which I think this is going to go along with, I think this is going to set in motion what's going to happen after Ukraine is allowed into NATO, is accepted into NATO. Once that happens, I don't know how much more support we can give them. We're already sending them money, truckloads of money. We're already sending them ammunition. We're already sending them equipment. We've already got troops on the ground, but we're not hearing about it because it's on the hush hush. Because, but the thing of it is once they get into NATO, then we're obligated. How much more obligated can we be? Don't get me started. Oh, just the military industrial complex setting us up for more of our young men and women to be what they are, and that is blood sacrifices. Bottom line. Let's take a listen to Dabu real quick. Real short video, it's only 2 minutes.
This is Dabu 7. The questions are now swirling, and people are asking, is something big brewing and coming right around the corner in terms of a war front in Europe, or it's just something about to happen, period? As Biden mobilizes these reservists now to send to Europe to do what they say is augmenting Operation Atlantic Resolve. So basically, they're taking guys that are still basically on contract It could be someone sitting at the house that's then put in their time for the U.S. military, but if they're an able body owned by this military, they're basically saying they're going to call up thousands of these guys to send over there. So people are wondering, why are you not sending just normal troops? Why the reservists? And for what? Because there's lack of any kind of detail besides basically mentioning this Operation Atlantic Resolve, which means that they can be sent to any front inside of Europe to help back up our allies. So they say that 450 of these may be members of the individual ready reserve as they deem necessary. And that this could go down here at this point at any time. And for those not familiar, the IRR is personnel that did have their active duty, but are still under their commitment of 8 years, so to speak, to their particular branch. Okay, so IRR means even though one has completed their active duty stint, they are on call for the remainder of their commitment to Uncle Sam. And this is not a good sign at all. Shoutouts to Kev Barr on updated info he sent concerning that. Any of you guys that's been in the military, you may be raising an eyebrow to this, but this is what they're doing. This is the latest. I'll break this down further on the next live stream. Make sure to join me. Going live Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find links below. Hit that subscribe button for more.
Okay, that was Dabu 7. He, basically explained to you the same thing I did. And I'm going to play, I don't know, I follow this woman. Her channel's name is Watchman65. Her name is Lisa. I absolutely adore this woman. We don't agree completely on theology. She is a pre-trib rapture believer. But you know what? I don't discriminate. I don't judge others like that. She's entitled to her belief system, and she is truly a rock solid watchman when it comes to information. So I'm gonna play this, and she's talking about how this is going to make matters worse, and she's going to talk about what I just said about NATO and what this entails. Take a listen.
Came out last night, and I totally forgot to give it to you. It came out the same time I was reading all those other WEF, Klaus Schwab stuff. I could say something else, but I won't. But anyway, deliberately making things worse. Oh, and by the way, I guess the Supreme Court told him not to do what he was going to do to the student loans, so he went ahead and wiped out student loans. Not all of them, I don't believe, but a good majority of them anyway. So this man, Sleepy, calls up 3,000 military reservists for NATO. Again, this came out yesterday. People are talking about it today. So, Sleepy Joe. Unbelievable. No, not really. He just issued a call of at least, they're saying 3,000 personnel from the U.S. Armed Forces Reserve, roughly 450 from the individual ready reserve in order to augment the forces of the U.S. European Command. The reservists will also be involved with the upcoming exercise. Operation Atlantic Resolve in the region. Now, let me stop there and say this about the Atlantic. Supposedly, the Poseidon is on the Atlantic. I'm just saying. This comes just one day after the NATO summit in Lithuania agreed to increase NATO forces from 300,000 to 400,000 along Russia's border area over there. So, apparently, the stunning effectiveness of the Russian army in Ukraine has significantly shaken up the powers that be, not to mention the frighteningly poor effectiveness of Ukraine's NATO-trained and certified army. Remember, NATO began training Ukraine forces back in the year 2014. Who was president back then? Oh, yeah, right. Bozo. For a conflict with Russia. From 2014 through 2022, before Russia entered Ukraine, NATO certified the Ukraine army as meeting NATO standards. Now, almost a year and a half into the conflict, Russia, Ukraine, the world has gotten to see just how effective that NATO training and NATO certification actually is worthless. That's why Trump wanted to take us out of NATO. It's worthless. And I'm going to be honest with you, since I did that article, when Chad did it also about Klaus Schwab, there is a shifting in the spirit going on. I do believe with everything in me that we're going to be gone soon. I said that before. I said it last night. I'm going to keep saying it. It's just way, way, way too much stuff happening right now. People, and I'm going to say this, because I've gotten several people emailing me about dreams that they're having. Now,
okay, we're going to stop there because she goes on and into the rapture and stuff like that. And we're not believers here on Global Watch News. If you're watching and you are a believer, God bless you. You know, that's your prerogative. But personally, the people associated in the inner circle at Global Watch News do not participate in that false doctrine. But what she says is interesting because NATO it's almost like NATO has allowed Ukraine to get all of the benefits without the paperwork, to get all of the perks without having to go through the red tape of getting accepted into NATO. And this goes back to Obama. This goes back to 2014 with Obama. So what we're seeing is not a proxy war. I don't personally believe anything's really happening over in the Ukraine. I think this is all just a money grab. Again, my opinion. Again, I'm not seeing videos coming out of the Ukraine like we should. We're not seeing it. Video of Kiev running normally. When Biden visited there, they put on a show. They did. They put on a show. You know, they did the soul siren thing, and they looked around real nervous. There's nothing going on. It's a money grab. That is what I believe. The Ukraine is corrupt. Is it the most corrupt nation? No, I don't. I mean, I don't believe in labeling, the first, the second, the third. They're all corrupt. All the governments of the world are corrupt and corrupted. Doesn't matter who's driving the bus, whether it's a left, a right, a middle, Christian, which would be in name only. It doesn't matter. The outcome that they're all pushing towards is the implementation of the New World Order, the introduction of the Antichrist to sit on his throne and rule over this one world government, this one world religion, this one world currency, depopulation, 15-minute cities, chipping, cryptocurrency, or I should say digital currency, the mark of the beast, keeping us sick with vaccines and trauma-based mind control, keeping us scared, keeping us frightened, keeping us on high alert, keeping our adrenaline up, giving us the boogeyman of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year. We said last night that we need to be on our toes. We need to be watchful. We need to be aware of what is going on so that we are not deceived when the great deception comes, because it is coming, and it is coming soon. I was thinking about doing a video talking about the movie that's coming out. I have not had a chance to go see it. I was going to on Wednesday, but I could not move on Wednesday. I was too exhausted. Yesterday was a busy day. I did what I had to do. I did what I didn't get taken care of yesterday, or Wednesday yesterday. And today I'm dragging butt again. But I do want to go see it. Just as a research tool, as a research project. I don't trust it at all. I don't trust the timing. I don't trust the people. But I do trust the message. I said before up on my Facebook that, we can't lose sight of the message. Screw the messengers. It's the message. But then again, my question is, why are they putting it out now? I don't know. But I'm thinking about maybe this weekend, Dave will be home. Maybe we'll go see the movie. There's been a lot of problems at the theaters. I just saw some more videos come out on social media. People talking about how, they went to see it. First off, the signs say that it's sold out. When people go in, there's like 8 people in there. Another thing is the air conditionings aren't working. Fire alarms going off. The tape messing up. They don't want people to see it, and that to me sends a message. So hopefully this weekend I may I don't know, we'll see. I may come online and talk about that if we go see it. So all right, guys, that's all I got for you. We're going to shut down here, and we'll be back, I think probably Sunday. We'll be back. Good news. Today I just booked Gary Wayne. He's coming out with a new book in October, the Genesis 6 Conspiracy 2. So I just booked him for October. I'm not going to give out the dates. I'm not going to give out the times. That will be announced in the future. Just want to let you know that we have secured him for October. So you guys have a great night, great weekend, and I will talk with you later. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to all of our moderators. And until next time, remember, eyes open, no fear.